Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Hello Summer blog hop with Honeybee Stamps, and they have a fabulous new summer release. I have a couple of projects to share with you that feature the new Diamond Thin Frames honey cuts. So there's a few honey cuts, these frames. So there's the diamond thin frames. There's also the quilt triangle thin frames. I love an isosceles. And then there's the hexagon thin frames. So you know I fell in love with these geometric thin frames. But today I'm just going to focus on the diamond. And you know what? There are 10 little diamonds in the diamond thin frame die. So I chose 10 colors of solid color cardstock, and you bet your bottom dollar I cranked that big shot 10 times. So I've got I guess that'd be 100 diamond if I did my math correctly. I got 100 little diamonds, little diamond die cuts that you can arrange in 1,000,001 different ways. I'm just gonna layer them in. I start with yellow and I work my way in through the rainbow. You can do 10 different variations is what you can do with 100 little diamond die cuts. So I use Gina K tape runner on some white scrap paper and just pieced them in. I love it. No liquid glue involved. There's no oozy goozy. They just slap in there. Now you could make small little ones. If you don't want to use all 10, you could make smaller diamonds. You could make larger diamonds. Once I got one finished, I just stared at it. It's hypnotic, the beauty of it. Then I trim it out with scissors, just like so. So I'm going to make a couple more. On camera, I'll just show you one more. But off camera, I went to town and I diamonded it up like nobody's biz. Funny story. For those of you who don't know, I've been living in Germany for about a year. Was at Aldi the other day, and guess what I saw? Guess what I saw on the shelf? A box of Chips Ahoy cookies. Now, are you a Chips Ahoy fan? Because I'm telling you, honestly, at home, by the way, I'm embossing a sentiment from this Gear Up stamp set. I like that simple, straight up hello. I'm doing that in white onto black. Back to Chips Ahoy. I don't buy Chips Ahoy back home. I make homemade cookies, you know what I'm saying? But when you're in Germany and you miss home and you see Chips Ahoy, you bet your bottom dollar that you buy them and you scarf them down like they're going out of style. So there's card number 1. It's very, very simple. Right up my graphic lovin' rainbow alley. I'm going to do card number 2. Again, just popping up another one of those diamonds in the center. Now here's where she gets a little fancy schmancy. I'm cutting this diamond into quarters. I know, that's because I like to live on the edge. And it's easy to line it up with your paper trimmer. The guillotine works like a charm. I'm going to adhere these quarters right up in the corners. Makes me want to cut a bunch of diamonds into quarters and just come up with some mind-blowing design. Now, I will tell you, if I'm being honest with you, this card is starting to get a little bit dizzy for me. There's a lot going on here, and she's a lot. I trimmed her down a little bit, popping it up on a white card base just to give a little bit of white frame around the edge. For the sentiment, I'm using this Friend Honeycut. Did that in black and white as well. You know how I like to do black and white when I have a lot of color. I did about 4 of the white Friend, stacking them up with the Gina K Connect glue. And then I'll adhere that onto the black shadow outline. Now don't forget, the word friend has a tittle. And this tittle has a little bit of a unique shape to it. So you got to make sure you get the tittle in the right orientation. But it's easy, especially when you got that Studio Katia embellishment wand. Pops on there like a charm. Put a little foam tape on the back, pop it on. Now I had to do a coordinating sentiment, so I'm using this Farm Fresh Flowers stamp set, and it had a small little love you on it that I'm going to emboss in white onto some red cardstock. So a little bit of red, just to pop against the black and white sentiment, and I trimmed that out. Little skinny coordinating sentiment, nestled it right in with the Friend, and I finished this card off with a few sparkling clear sequins, and this busy little diamond wonder is finished. And there are 2 cards featuring the diamond thin frames honey cuts. Make sure and check out the Honeybee Stamps summer release as well as the blog hop. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.